Here we go.
Meet Haley, dog lover, entrepreneur, and the founder of Evergreen Paws Pet Care, dog walking, and so much more. Think luxury resort for your pups, minus the bathrobe, of course. And for humans, Molly's in downtown Dover, New Hampshire. Incredible small plates, craft cocktails, and the kind of hospitality you don't just find everywhere. Now join us as we ask Haley 5 questions and a coffee. Well, a cocktail.
So I'm Haley. I am originally from Vermont and moved out to the Seacoast in 2023 for graduate school. Have settled in here really nicely. Worked professionally for the last 3 years since I've graduated. Have a little bit of experience in hospitals, specifically in psychiatric care. My most recent role was a director's position at a nursing facility. So that's my background professionally. Personally, I have 2 fur babies of my own who are my world. I have a doggy, Cooper, that we just rescued last year, and my kitty was a COVID kitty. So they love each other. They make a great little family at home, and that's kind of who I'm spending my time with when I'm not working.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Haley, thanks for joining us at Molly's here in Dover. I think your venture and their venture started around the same time.
Yeah.
So that's great. But so tell us a little bit more about Evergreen Paws and what services you offer and where you cover.
Yes. So my new company, Evergreen Paws, is a dog walking company. And the kind of goal or vision, I guess, is just to build really great, trusting relationships with pet parents. My company is all about trust and making the pet feel like they're really just like part of my little family. Yeah. So I offer dog walks or just check-ins. I also offer kitty check-ins. Those are less in demand, but love those just as much. So I will travel out to wherever your dog is. Everyone right now, the dog is just at home. Sometimes the owners work from home. Sometimes they're out at work and they need a midday check-in. If they work from home, it's like, I just need my dog to go get some energy out so I can work in peace. Yeah. So I also offer extended outings. So if you want a little bit more than like a 30-minute walk or whatever, I can take them out on a hike. I can do some different kinds of activities with them to tire them out, some basic training. There's some enrichment activities I like to do with food. Maybe it's like sprinkling it on the lawn and having them use their little sniffer. I also offer some group outings. So if there's dogs that are very social or if you want them to work on their socialization with other dogs, once I get to know the dog well enough, I kind of know like which dogs they would work well with, and can find a little fenced-in area and go have a little doggy play date.
Great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that because your animal is truly like your furry friend. It's truly part of your family. So it's like taking care of your loved ones.
Yep.
So what really inspired you to start this venture?
Yes. So even after 6 years of schooling, the experience in different settings, I've worked in community health centers, I worked in hospitals, nursing facilities. I've always done dog walking as a side gig, especially during grad school. It was like a great side gig, and I loved it so much. I quit my job in January of this year. It just wasn't super supportive of my mental health. It's really hard to hear back from employers these days. And I was like, you know what, let me try something a little different just to get me through. Right now, I'm in a place where I really value freedom and flexibility and being able to end my day when my work is done, not being forced to like stay in the office, until 4:30. Being forced to take a 30-minute unpaid lunch break. I just really am craving that flexibility. I want to be able to be home with my fur babies. So the idea was just to like do this until I found a full-time job. But I was chatting with a girl, Jalen Sexton is her name. She owned Walk and Roll. It was based out of Dover. She's recently moved her services out to the Alton area. But she was looking for help, and I had reached out to her and said, I'd love to help you out. And I was like, I would really love to be able to do this full time at some point, but I just don't know how you make that work. And she was the one that kind of all she needed to say was like, you can do it, just like go for it. And I was like, okay. So that kind of was my inspiration for giving it a go.
Great. And you cover what areas again?
So I live in North Berwick. I kind of travel up to 20 minutes from downtown North Berwick. I have one dog in South Berwick right now, one in Rollinsford, and that's kind of like the farthest I go. I cover Sanford, the Berwicks. I can go slightly into Lebanon, and then I have one dog right now also in like the Agunquit Wells area. So kind of 20 minutes outside of North Berwick.
And how can people find you, get in touch with you, hire you?
Yes, very easy. I have an Instagram and I also have a Facebook. At evergreen.paws is my Instagram. On Facebook, it's just Evergreen Paws. And send me a message there and I'll get back to you. Let me know what service you're looking for, where you live. And I always like to do a meet and greet beforehand. So those would be the first steps.
Go give those pages a follow. So we have to know, because we know you love dogs, love cats, but who's been the cutest dog you walk?
Oh my gosh, they're all adorable in their own way. They're all so quirky and they so have their own personalities. I walk this dog in Sanford. His name is Jasper, and he's a Bernedoodle. He's like this big, fluffy guy, and he's just always so happy to see me. When we get home, back to the house, he'll like plop himself on the couch with the biggest sigh and just like lay his head down and like turn on his back for belly pets. I love all my dogs, but Jasper's a special one.
We have one other question for you. What is your burning question about real estate for us?
Ooh, good question. I always wonder about the like inspections. I hear some people waive their inspection. Like they're like, oh, I just want to get this house. Let's waive the inspection. Is it ever a good idea to do that? Should you stay away from it? When would be a good time to do that versus not?
Yeah, so I would say you should always get an inspection. Oftentimes, when you're in a multiple offer situation, which this market that we've seen in the past 5-6 years now, kind of, if you have an inspection, it weakens your offer because there is that unknown. So if you see a house that has great service records on all of the mechanicals and everything, and they've been very thorough in their disclosure, then you should be fine saying, okay, we know the history of it, and if there is multiple offers, then you might have a chance of saying, okay, we'll get the house, and then you can always do an inspection the day after you close if you just need that peace of mind. I still tell my clients to do an inspection, but when it comes to those multiple offers, that can really weaken your offer if somebody's coming in over asking already and waiving inspections. So that's would be my little 2 cents. Plus, we've been on enough inspections where we can almost tell you things, but we can't say for sure. So having knowledgeable agents will help you as well.
Yeah, I think going off of Alex too, we are seeing inspections come up a little more, so it's not totally bad if you have an inspection in your offer. It's actually, we do encourage it so that you know what you're getting yourself into. But there are situations too where you know they're getting their stuff serviced and that they've got the septic pump like in the current years. So it really depends on your needs and your goals. If you have a little bit of wiggle room financially that you're like, hey, I know the roof's in bad shape, I know I can fix it next year, like that's then we can discuss if it's okay if we waive the inspection. But yeah, definitely if you can get them done, but if not, if we feel like you don't have to, then we'll have that conversation too about it.
It's great here.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for joining.
Right in downtown Dover. Yeah.
Of course.
Cheers.
Yeah.
those.